Okay, let's start over. Alright guys, Chris the Fisherman here. This is going to be a tutorial on how to start trout fishing. First thing you need, fishing rod. Rod and reel, line. You're going to need a fishing rod. Second thing you're going to need, tackle. So inside of here is terminal tackle, lures, sinkers, everything you can think of, bobbers, all kinds of stuff. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need a bank stick. You can get these at Walmart for like a couple bucks, or you could just use a stick from like a tree or something, or just a stick laying on the ground, and hopefully it's like forked like this, and you use it to rest your rod on it. We'll get to that in a little bit. You'll need a chair or a stand or a stool or something to sit on, because yeah, a lot of people don't like to stand in the same spot for hours on end. I don't really mind it, but you know, sometimes I like to sit down. All right, so we've got our stuff. Now let's rig up. All right, first off, you don't need to buy like a lot of expensive stuff. All you really need is a little tackle box just like this, little Plano tackle box. Inside this tackle box, I've got hooks, I've got hooks, I've got jig heads, I've got barrel swivels, I've got spinners. All right, so you got your Plano tackle box. What do you need to put inside of it? Okay, first things you need to put inside of it are weights, bullet weights. They don't have to be very heavy, you know, just maybe like 1/4 ounce or something like that. I think that's what this is. You're gonna need these bullet weights. I prefer bullet weights over egg sinkers. You're gonna get hung up less with these because of the shape of it, and yeah, go with the bullet weights. Next thing you're gonna need, barrel swivels. Get some barrel swivels. And last but not least, hooks. I go with the size 10, size 12 Aberdeen long shank hooks. So that's what you're gonna need right there. All right. So you've got your fishing rod, you got your tackle box, you got your chair, and you got your bank stick. Now you need some pliers. And the thing about trout, they like to swallow the hooks all the time. So go with these right here. They're curved and they're easy. It makes it easier getting the hook out. These, I forget what they're called. Forceps. Yeah. Go with these curved forceps. You can get them at Walmart. They're really cheap. And what I like to do is I like to tie some paracord to the end of my forceps. If I'm ever wading or doing any stuff like that, and I have a little latch right here, and I'll tie it to my belt loop. So if I drop them, they don't go in the water and I don't lose them. All right, other stuff you might need, but you don't have to have. Split shot. Get yourself some split shot. They come in handy, and I'll show you another way to rig up in a different video. But for now, we're gonna go over rigging up. All right, how to rig up. Okay. So what you need to learn All right, so what you need to learn is you need to learn how to do a Carolina rig. And it's really, really simple, and I'm gonna go over it as quick as I can. Hook to a piece of leader, to a barrel swivel, and the other barrel swivel has your bullet weight above it. It's called a slip sinker. So when the fish grabs it, the sinker slides up the line and they don't feel the weight of it. That's what you need. Most important thing you need that I almost forgot. Power bait. This is power bait. And this is one of my favorite colors. This is chartreuse with glitter. This is the most important thing you're gonna need. This is your bait. So, what I see a lot of times from people who are new, I'm just gonna sit down. What I see a lot of times from people who are new is they'll get way too big of hooks. This is the hook you want right here, size 10, size 12. I think this is a size 10. I have big hands and big fingers, so it's gonna look a lot smaller than it actually is. So the main thing I see people do is they get way too big of hooks and they put on way too much power bait. So what you wanna do, and you'll get used to this after a while, is you want to put about that much power bait. That's it. No more. Just that much. Take the power bait, roll it around on your finger, and do a ball. Take your hook, bait it up. Smush it all around it. A lot of people say you need the hook point to be showing, but no, you don't. Not really. Bait it up really good till it covers the whole hook. And that's what it should look like. That's all you need. You don't need more than that. Now that you're baited up and you're ready to go, you cast the sucker out, cast it out, reel up the slack, and we'll get to the next part of my video. All right, guys. All right, guys, this is what your setup's gonna look like. Okay, you got your bank stick in the ground, and you got your rod resting on the bank stick, and it's cast out. Now, a lot of people like their rod close to the ground like this, so when you go to set the hook, you just jerk your rod straight up. And plus, when it's real windy like today, it's easier to see a bite on the end of your line. So this is your setup, just like this. All right, so here's your setup. You got your chair, you got your fishing rod and reel, you got your bank stick, you got your tackle. Last two things, you need a bobber and or a keychain. Now these are very important, and what you're going to use these for is you're going to put it on your line just like that, and what it's going to do is it's going to let you know when you have a bite. So your line is cast out, your rod's set up, and when a fish comes along, this little thing right here is going to come up just like that. It's going to go up, and it's going to let you know when you have a bite. Alternatively, you could use a bobber and put a bobber on your line. I don't like using bobbers because they get stuck on the line and they can break your line. So use the keychain instead. All right, guys, good luck out there. See ya.